Yeah. Don't do crimes except
in Minecraft.
if they benefit the proletariat in Minecraft.
You can have those.
Speaking of crimes, welcome to Fandom Nonsense. I'm Zach.
I'm Goose.
I'm Des. I'm Colin.
And I'm the Scarlet Witch.
And I'm also the Scarlet Witch.
Congrats.
Actually, I want to, because there's so much on either one, but since we started with, or we only talked about WandaVision last week, I want to talk about, get into some Rubes first.
Yeah.
Get into that Rubik's Cubes.
Ruby Tuesday.
Actual episode, did you
It comes out on
watch the thing
Fridays.
in,
Saturdays.
I'm gonna
Friday?
assume that you
Saturdays.
and just talk about it anyway.
Yeah, I can do that.
And
I'm at the episode.
we had talked about that would be why.
Oh, is he dead?
No, he was just down
He's
a little
getting
bit.
there.
Or yeah, I am dead.
Oof.
You can
Oof.
see really quick if you're dead or not.
Anyway,
About the
Carrie said they were being responsible and not working too hard during all this stuff, is what he meant by his whole thing.
Oh,
Anyway,
I figured.
good.
See, I understand your confusion because when someone touches the button on the bottom on me, I get louder.
Yeah, it's usually what happens. Owen, too.
Talk about peaking.
So, I'll be honest. I was not expecting it to go this way. Like I was not expecting, like this.
Cinder to get walloped.
Well, that, but just
Oh.
the whole course of this episode and how it reframed what we expect for the last 4 episodes of this season.
Oh, yeah.
Just so much time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god! If the next episode was the last episode and it was like 20 minutes, they could still wrap this up pretty awesomely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got 4 fucking episodes.
We have an
left.
hour left.
Jesus
basically,
Christ!
Cool.
of this show
Cool.
or this season.
How in the fuck?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Start from like the beginning of the episode. Fucking the 2 soldiers that were like having to talk to Ironwood at the beginning.
Oh
they
my
were
God.
fucking terrified to even be in that room.
Yeah.
Probably in that building.
I
Right.
mean, he did shoot someone not too far.
Oh, he's somebody on the
Yeah.
council.
Yeah,
like
just
he's,
like
he's going nuts.
Remember,
He's going
it's only
nuts.
been like a day and a half since the dinner at Jacques' house.
Yeah.
Last season.
Yeah.
Like this is all going by really, really quick, basically real time.
He's getting hit with like hammer after hammer of bad stuff.
This is intriguing because we have been building to a conflict this whole season, and it feels like we didn't quite crest on the Salem fight.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot more irons in the fire, a lot more potential
Irons. And,
ironwoods.
there you go.
We have a lot more iron in our wood, and this could resolve in a number of ways with a number of conflicts. So before conflict, the only things that can happen are the consolidation or dissolution of powers in terms of like the plot. So we're either going to see some turncoating, or we're going to see just conditions change before the conflict. So
it's gonna be
intriguing.
There's so much.
Well,
Things
like,
are going to happen is basically what
I
I'm
think-
saying.
Yeah, that's like.
I think as many people. I think as many people have.
we've got an hour and a half to fill, man.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just like he
So many things are gonna
explained
happen.
what's gonna happen in the
Yeah.
most basic form, but did it with a lot of words.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like,
Well.
podcast.
Okay.
But that sets up the line of questioning. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if
Who is gonna be
turncoating,
on whose side?
who is
Who's-
turncoat, and who, what conditions could change to change the entire
Right.
situation?
Exactly.
Like,
okay,
That's why it's intriguing because there's a lot of moving parts.
Salem is off the board, at least temporarily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for the rest of this season, I'm going to assume that Salem is
Right.
is removed from play,
Yeah.
which allows Ironwood to be our primary antagonist. It's interesting because I watched the episode probably 10 times. In his fucking speech, after he talks about the bomb, I have one bomb. That's all it will take.
Yeah.
It cuts to Watts and Cinder. It cuts to them watching the broadcast. What role are they going to play in this? Are they going to
Yeah.
have a tepid alliance with our heroes because enemy is my enemy? Or are they going to use the situation to their advantage?
At the same time, Cinder has to think about Neo having the lamp at the same time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's also
Oh,
Just
the
got a little
skipping,
text in.
the skipping
Yeah.
fucking girl through a
Oh my
war
God,
zone
yeah.
little
Yeah.
sequence. Oh my god, I'm
Gosh,
in love. I
Neo's
fucking
something else, man.
Jesus Christ, that
How did Neo get so fucked in the head?
we'll probably
we-
see that at some point because Neo's looking to be set up to be in this for a good while.
yeah.
Have we gotten a taste of what's going on in her?
No,
Not
noth-
really.
nothing
Not
really.
entirely.
All we know is she obviously was very attached to Roman because that's still her driving motivation is getting revenge for Ruby killing him.
And
Yeah.
then she's mute. That's it.
Yeah.
And she's probably 3 flavors.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, and she's small.
Right.
She's small.
She's
Small.
very small.
She's very small.
No, lost it. Never
Small kick-ass lady. Small kick-ass Mary
Oh.
Poppins.
So Crow fucking snapped that dude's neck.
mind. Straight up.
Yeah,
my gosh.
dude.
Just straight up having none of it.
Did he snap his neck?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah.
See?
Oh my.
Wait, who? What?
That's
Crow
why you were
snap-
like,
When
he's
he
killing
was
people.
having
I just thought he
Roman's
did like the thing that happens in like TV shows sometimes where like somebody hugs you really hard from behind and you just. are
Oh
unconscious.
no! I literally said I was like, Crow's on a fucking warpath. Oh fuck!
Oh yeah.
I looked at him and I
Oh,
was
he's-
like, this bitch be killing.
he's
And he
got a
was like,
score to
what?
settle.
No.
Big time.
That's why, and he is so Ironwood. If Ironwood's afraid of fucking anything right now, which is probably a lot of things, but Crow is definitely one of them, obviously.
And Robin, the both of them,
Yeah.
they're probably on a warpath on their way. to
How I
Yeah.
if
I
they,
would be.
You know, I'm reminded.
I'm almost feeling like Crow's gonna die.
Nah.
No,
No.
Crow's going to kill Ironwood.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's going to be so nice.
It
Right.
is.
And then he's probably
Cathartic.
going to have like a fallout with Ruby in the Tuesdays
Why?
because she's probably not into the idea of killing people. Just in
No, I
general.
think I don't think that anyone is going to object.
To object.
Nobody's
to
going to
this way.
mourn him or like I don't know if they'll this seems like the show where
I
they
feel like he's not going to kill him in like an execution or something like that. It'll probably be a battle.
well
And
okay.
That's just how it happens. Much more
I mean,
understandable than just like, I'm gonna kill you.
If Colin, if you remember, Volume 3, whatever, towards the end of it, in the big fight, whenever it looked like Crow was going to kill James.
Yeah.
But it was the fake out. I've been waiting for this ever since then.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Ever since if you're one of my men, I'd have you shot. If I was one of your men, I'd do it myself.
Yeah.
They've been telegraphing Ironwood and Crow going against
Yeah.
each other in a big climax of
hate.
Ooh, what's it gonna be like watching him not fight a child though?
yeah, right.
Because like you know that wasn't 100% for sure.
Yeah, I still
Even
think-
if it was Osmond somewhere down in there, he still
Right.
wasn't giving 100% to that fight. There's no way.
I mean, he still shot him.
He did,
He still shot a child.
but he wasn't pushed to the lengths of like, what are we gonna see out of Ironwood that we haven't seen? Also, what's Ironwood's semblance?
Metal.
Child
Okay,
shooting.
cool.
Oh yeah.
It basically gives him hyper focus on his goals, which has been coming into play a lot over the last couple of seasons.
Looks like it's kind of like he's overclocking himself.
Basically, yeah.
Mm.
It definitely has a downside where it basically gives him tunnel vision.
Yeah, he's got that
Yeah.
and 2 robot arms. He is damn near unstoppable.
If he gets paralyzed instead,
Oh, you're talking about like half
Tin Man.
Ironwood walking around on his hands.
fucking Tin Man,
Terrifying.
fucking Tin Man.
Oh yeah.
What if he
Yeah.
instead of dying he gets paralyzed?
He was rusted
gets
into place.
But the
Yeah, but
subversion
then
is
yeah.
I mean, it's just an homage to it.
like the lion lost his courage. The scarecrow. I would say the thing with Crow is instead of not having a brain, it's more about peace of mind. But with Ironwood, he lost his heart, and that's been the subversion with
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz characters, that they lose the trait that they are supposed to find.
Well, we haven't really seen. Have we seen Crow?
Probably's here.
He is here.
All right.
And he's got a man bun.
I felt like
He is here with a man.
I felt
bun.
like that was why he was drunk in the first place. Was like that was
Yeah.
the homage to it. Was like
Right.
the losing his mind was that. But then we came back from that because he's not drinking anymore.
But then the
But
thing
now
with
he's
Clover happened. And
now he's
depressed
losing
again.
his mind again
Right.
as well, which is like fan-fucking-tastic. As a God, I'm just wondering how many of those soldiers he's gonna fucking take down on the way. Whoever gets
So
in his
many.
way right now, I feel so bad, like, because there's not much he's gonna do to like slow up his direct path
Right.
to Ironwood.
I do genuinely just want to see Crow like pick someone's eyes out in like the Crow form. I don't know
Jesus.
why, but I want to see that.
Yeah, I also wondered, like,
Okay.
he could have just flown out of the room, but I guess Robin was in there as well, so like, kind of needs to. Did Robin know about that?
Know about what?
Him being able to turn into a fucking crow?
I don't think she knows even
think it
now.
came up yet.
I don't think. Yeah.
'Cause she was getting beat
under
up.
By the
a
way.
rock when you see him. Turn
Oh
into a
yeah, she wouldn't have seen. Yeah,
bird.
you're
Yeah,
right.
remember, yeah,
you're
they're
right.
sneaky about it unless they want to tell you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
go ahead.
I was going to talk about like one of my favorite like cinematographic done things in this season, or maybe in the whole show, was the Cinder and what's his name? Watts like conversation.
Oh
Yeah.
God, it was
good
so
whenever
good.
she had him like off on the ledge and it was doing like straight to like his person, his profile shot.
The lighting in this entire episode was
It's
insane.
so
Yeah.
good.
Like
so
from
good.
Ironwood's last speech to the explosion, and then the aftermath, like
Yeah.
dust explosion, where there's that huge like lens flare happening through the cloud of shit
Yeah.
coming off of it. It was just such an ominous and like, especially with the sound design, like that half silence basically.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
also,
good.
It really resembled like toxic pollution, like
Yeah,
like air
fallout.
pollution.
It was kind of. I mean, it was the giant whale grim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
falling apart.
The Wahale.
I know, it was just fucking awesome.
Wahale?
Like
The Wahale.
Wahale.
Holly?
WHALE. Wahale.
Yeah,
Kinda
we
like
got
a what?
we got to talk about Watts in like in a moment of absolute peril and
Still talking shit.
pulling an
Yeah.
absolute pro gamer move.
Oh yeah.
He doubled down.
Yeah,
Doubled the fuck down.
and it's so nice because I mean, let's see, we got Watts introduced to Watts in Volume 4. Yeah, and it's so nice after all these years to finally get to hear Chris Sabat actually stretch his muscles on
Oh,
this
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You think you can stop me here? I've realized the legend.
Yes,
God.
Cinder, the legend you fear.
Oh my
I am the Super Elysian. And we got sad Cinder, and I'm wondering.
Oh yeah, tear crying Cinder.
We got
little
we
baby.
Got, we got little baby sad
little
Cinder.
baby gonna cry.
Did Watts bring Cinder into the fold?
Hmm.
What you mean, homie?
Like into the inner circle of darkness and evilness.
Maybe.
Only one I could imagine.
I feel like they
mean,
would have
he's
shown that in
Elysian.
the.
It wasn't
flashback.
relevant in the flashback.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair.
I don't want another flashback. Not this season.
I tell you what, that makes a lot of sense, Zach, because either he was being competent and he thought Cinder was powerful, or he was being even more competent and he was like, you know, if there's like an internal power struggle here, she seems like a wild card. We might as well fucking play
Yeah.
this shit.
This psychopathic homeless girl will probably suit our causes pretty well.
Oh, yes.
I mean, with that kind of backstory to it, I mean, the same could have been found with Salem, because Salem could have like seen what she'd been doing, maybe probably a lot of murder, been like, yeah, I like her,
Yeah,
take
but
her in.
I gotta tell you, as powerful and devious as Salem is, she doesn't really seem like she's on her shit. She seems like she's very conniving, and she is very intelligent and competent, but much like Oz, she is like part of like a polar series of forces, and though her power grows all the time, she is not necessarily always 100%.
Was
Look at that.
Yeah.
Was Oscar lying?
At which point?
He said that the bomb, the explosion was kinetic energy from the rod.
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah, it's stored up magic.
Yeah.
Well, he said kinetic energy.
Yeah.
He
Did he
didn't
say
say
kinetic
magic.
energy?
He
Yeah,
didn't
it's
say
kinetic
magic.
energy.
Yeah, it is kinetic. Magic is
No.
No, it's
I know.
So wait, he fucking casted magic at the end of that episode.
So that magic.
Like
Well,
it
no.
cast out from him.
Yeah,
Like
out from the rod.
I thought I really read that
Staff?
because Oz thanks him after that, and I thought that he lied for him.
No.
He thanks him
Not
because
Because he defended him
yeah,
in
yeah,
the conversation.
He had his back.
Yeah, no, that's what's going on.
It was also
Okay.
revealed that Oz was taking the punishment while they were getting tortured.
Yeah.
Right.
And that he is genuinely trying to help.
And this made no move on except for the hard light shield that they put up at the very end to protect himself. This made no move on the magic needle because it was the long memory and not their internal magic that was
Yeah.
being used. So they did not make any progress. But since most of the long memory's power has been used up, I mean, how many lifetimes of him just walking? Every time he walked and it touched the ground, that's
Right.
kinetic energy that it stored up.
And every fight he's in.
Every fight he's in.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So boom
But
time.
there's maybe like a half explosion left in there, so
And
he can't waste that. So
We
we're gonna
thought
get
all
more
the other
magic.
kinetic weapons were awesome. Like,
That's what I said. That's what I said on Reddit. Like everyone else on Reddit is like, it's also a gun. Oscar, oh, that's adorable.
adorable. Jesus.
Yeah. You know,
we wanted to know.
So
we
can he
wanted to
just, like,
know.
bang it on stuff and recharge it?
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
presumably.
but it's lifetimes of just every little bit of energy that's accumulated from
Yeah,
just.
And
I would just be like, I would
imagining-
just go outside and be like I'm playing Minecraft.
Now,
Bang,
if,
bang, bang,
if,
bang,
now,
bang, bang.
like I say, if James wasn't now maybe Pietro could build a machine that's just a fucking kinetic energy machine. He
Oh
just
my
puts
God.
it in there. It's just
yeah. No, you just put it in between two pistons
Yeah.
and just let it get
Yeah.
hammered.
yeah.
Oh my God. Honestly, the fact that he created that, it kind of throws a bunch of. Is it a magic item?
He
It
used magic
might be.
to create it.
Okay,
but
okay.
it's itself not
Got it.
magic. I don't think.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, that would imply a lot of things about like perpetual motion and just like power sources for the world that they're in.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense, like plot wise, that it would be constructed out of magic.
Just walking down the street, smacking people in the
I'm
shin.
singing doo ah diddy diddy
Sorry, I
dum
might
diddy
need this
do.
one day.
Yeah. Thank you.
But like, how many lifetimes? And at that point, like, you leave it in a piston for a while, but after that, like, after so long, that's like a drop in the bucket that you already have. So what's the difference?
I don't necessarily think so because like,
I mean, if you got it going like 1,000 or more RPM or something,
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's just
gotta
like
be- you gotta
just
Yeah.
rapidly, just fucking. It probably comes out. The thing's probably destroyed, but it you probably pack a wallop.
yeah.
And that's another thing is like, how many lifetimes did he have it through? And
Right, because we didn't have. it
Maybe
at
he
the
did that at
beginning.
one point. Who knows?
and how many fights did he fight with it? Because
Right.
out of anything, a huntsman fighting something is going to be more power than, well, maybe not their pistons, because dust and shit. But
yeah,
like, God,
so much
it's
power.
so awesome.
It's a cool weapon.
Yeah, because if you think about like a nuclear bomb, like a megaton, you know, it's like 1,000 tons of force.
Yeah.
So like you could do that theoretically in one strike onto something, but because of it's not being dispersed the way it was like atomically, the like power could be more directed, and so you could have like enough power within probably a day. You could have generated enough with a high-powered engine to destroy the world. It's just that like force doesn't really work like that,
Wild.
and that's why it doesn't work like that.
Destroy the world.
We were talking about this on Saturday, and or this maybe it's on Friday, but the one thing I love about this show is how the most powerful attacks are so subtle and subdued. Like you think about like the Silver Eyes is just a flash of white and silence, and that's it. You know, and
Yeah.
this is just a soft, almost silent explosion in just white light. Like the there's like they could have made the explosion from the staff so much more like chaotic and colorful, and Red versus Blue zeroed it and everything, and but
Yeah.
Fair enough.
but the most powerful moves in the show so far, like all the light moves, are all just simple, just basically just it's a flash of white, and that's just it. And I don't know, I just really appreciate that subversion of, instead of it always scaling up to bigger and crazier and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Salem's magic, at least is like what she's done. Looks cool, but it's just some basic like dark energy beam shit. You
Yeah.
know, like
I feel like a lot of the stuff that, a lot of the bigger guns in this, so to speak, are things that have to deal with corruption and purifying more than they do like actual physical damage. That's probably why all the big guns are like that.
Right.
Which has been a theme running throughout the entire series, is that like purity and corruption are what they're fighting against, not like except for now when we're fighting Ironwood, who uses big old explosions and stuff.
right.
So
It seems like in most shows that are worth watching, fighting is another means of storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in Ruby. So like things are being conveyed by the lack of like motion, or just by like the type of effect that's used to represent a move or a like a part of a conflict.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see like how much they're like giving away with the like visual storytelling of these fights. It's nice. It's good. It's dynamic. It feels right whenever the like big things that are like kind of like sublimate beyond the natural order of events, like the Silver Eyes and like what Salem does. They're all represented by their like characteristics visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of visual representation, thank you, Nolan.
Rin.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think Purple Petals mean?
That was my next. Yeah.
Maybe she feels safe. Or like,
I doubt safe would be one of them.
why not?
Because she's with people who like every single. What's the first thing Ruby did whenever she saw her?
Yeah,
Grab
but
a weapon.
okay.
That's all of
right.
them right now. They all want to do that to her.
no.
Except maybe Rin and Oscar.
Right. Okay.
My first thought was maybe like not embarrassment, but kind of along that lines, just because they were walking through that tunnel.
Maybe.
Guilt with
Maybe
like,
guilt.
and she heard the baby crying, and then when she saw the two little kids, she just kind of like hunkered even more into herself.
I gotta tell you though, if I was out of Satan's lair, Satan's whale lair,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty stoked, even if I was with people who weren't. Yeah, if I was out of Satan's, getaway Wahale world, then I would be super fucking stoked on it. Even if I was around people who would gank me if they had the chance. But she's got a good ratio of people who are like expressing empathy and care and like defending her.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's just what
guns in
that's all
my
I'm saying.
face outweigh a few nice words.
Not well. I mean, in extreme situations, I mean, I think that the opposite can be true. You know, I think
I
that
guess.
Oscar defending her means more than Ruby like acting like, oh, that's an enemy,
Right.
because that's how she knew her last. I think means more.
I really appreciate how they're handling that. Like usually, usually redemption arcs or whatever are just brushed under the rug, and it's just like just to turn on a dime and everyone's just cool. But having that like conflict in the group, having Rin be able to like give us some visual cue to where she's actually feeling right now and everything, like the way, and then her the obvious like guilt or shame or whatever, or empathy when she saw the two kids, like the way they're handling this is going really, really well as far as I'm concerned. I'm loving the
Could Purple-
Emerald change. Do we think she's gonna
Maybe she's
stick
horny.
around? What?
What?
The thing that Ren said whenever they were in the whale was she's afraid. Maybe that's what purple is fear.
Maybe.
Maybe. Fear-based horniness.
Yes, Nolan. Fear-based horniness.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already used that one before, but
I
fuck
mean,
it.
there's no way we.
But
like
haven't we
the-
seen purple on someone before?
Ren's was kind of a magenta.
He's got a streak in his
I thought
hair.
his was pink.
Yeah,
You
kind of
dumb
a
bitch.
yeah, kind
Yeah,
of
it was very pink.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what pink is. I guess it's just love. Yeah,
I don't know.
love.
I don't know what pink
That's
is.
just love, baby. Woo.
We're all pink on the inside.
No thanks.
Search your feelings.
Yeah, no.
You know it to be true.
And then it's just weird that she only has one thing of petals that goes around her.
No, it's not. Most people only had one. The only person who had multiple colors was Winter.
Winter.
Winter,
Yeah,
who
I
is
feel like with everything
all
that's
kinda
going on
feeling
with
her
she would
feelings.
have a lot of petals going on around her.
I don't think she's as conflicted as Winter is.
Yeah. She's probably just moving from one emotional state to another.
All she's had to hold on to for seasons was Cinder. That's something to have on her plate. She just ran away from the most terrifying
Hazel.
woman inside of a whale. Hazel just died.
Well,
She's with people that want to kill her.
yeah,
Well-
but all of these could be contextualized under one feeling. Yeah.
These aren't in conflict with each other
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Winter's feelings are.
Right. It's all one situation. Winter is stuck between two places of caring for her sister and also wanting to be a good soldier lady.
Being obsessed with Cinder, but betraying everything that Cinder had stood for, and working with the
But
people. that
she
they're fighting.
wasn't betraying everything Cinder had stood for. Cinder stood for her. She wasn't emotionally or loyalty bound to Salem.
I mean, Cinder's first thing is hey, Salem's dead for a couple of days. Let's work out a plan ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emerald
Cinder's not
she just-
here right now.
Right. She just knows.
You think whenever she sees Cinder that she's just gonna jump right back on the Cindy horse, or
Yeah. I don't think she has any reason not to.
jump right back in that pumpkin?
Yeah. To get back in the pumpkin.
I think that's what she was trying to leave to go do.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean,
But she wasn't trying to leave. Hazel was like, "You're leaving."
yeah.
No, I'm talking about when they were when Yang and when all of them were like, "No, you're not leaving. You're coming with us. You have to pay for what you did." Blah blah blah. Blah. This episode.
Oh yeah.
Where she would have gone, I think, had the Ruby and the Tuesdays not involved, then she would have. I think she would have got to Cinder. Right?
I think she's gonna.
I mean,
there's
Cinder's a
inevitably.
one-way ticket straight back to Salem.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
she's not gonna get. I mean, there's gonna be a conflict, obviously, between her and Cinder because she's
Yeah.
gonna have to come to terms.
Yeah.
But she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna go back. I don't think after this growth, not necessarily with her, but just with moving her into position with the rest of the team. I don't think she's gonna go back to. I think she's gonna try, and she's gonna realize that. I think she has the actual example of someone who actually cared about her now in Hazel.
Yes.
So when she's going to realize she's going to go back to Cinder. Cinder's going to do something that's going to put her life in jeopardy. She's gonna be like, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck, you never actually cared about me."
Right. Same old story.
This is it's my favorite. It's my favorite slash fiction. The one where Aladdin kills Cinder.
Cinderella. Or
Pumpkin.
Milan is going to be like, "No, you do care about her. You just
Yeah.
can't admit it to yourself." And
Right.
and there's to be something of Cinder and making some big growth. I feel like
So Rin's gonna die. Got it.
Rin's definitely going to die. Maybe
Right.
not this season, but Rin's
Yeah.
going to die.
Probably going to get decapitated.
Probably. But I feel like he's going to be whatever
Mulan was decapitated.
whatever happens with Emerald. I feel like Rin is going to be important going forward in that to because otherwise I feel like people are like Emerald, Cinder, even most of our crew. We're going to play things too close to the vest with someone like Emerald. We need someone like Rin there that can basically open up the chest a little bit.
Yeah. He's their sodium pentothal.
Speaking of, how do y'all think Ren's going to handle seeing Nora?
Oh,
'Cause
I
we didn't
wanted
get-
to see that this episode so
Oh,
badly.
no.
Yeah, the first thing he asked was where she was.
Yeah.
I was more thinking of the opposite, how Nora's going to react. So I don't, because she's either sad or really pissy at him.
I mean, I
don't think she's gonna be pissy at him after all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably just been, like, taking stock of everything.
Yeah.
I feel like Ren's reaction to Nora being like physically damaged is more important than her reaction to him leaving. I mean, everyone seems to be fine. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any huge like grudge between anybody. So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be more on terms of like what the fuck. Why I wasn't here. Oh my God, I can never leave you alone again. You're going to fucking die without me here to protect you. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the one time they get separated after like
Right.
being little kids.
Yeah.
A
But
bunch of
then it's
people
like
had,
that episode of
just
Twilight
small
Zone.
facial cues that were really interesting to me in this
Hmm.
episode. Well, not even just facial cues, just like I can never remember any of the Aesop's names, but the one
The bunny? Harriet?
no.
Marrow.
Okay, I guess we can go there first. But
Okay.
Harriet like just getting super angry and then stopping.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I made a comment to Nolan about it. This is just a side spot. Whenever Ironwood puts its fist out, that's literally what we do to make Dandy sit. And that's what he does to make Harriet stop.
Yeah.
She's so fucking angry. No, the one I was going to go to first was the tall, pale guy. That
Vine.
Yeah, Vine,
yeah.
and then really strong lady with a hammer.
Elm.
TikTok.
Yeah, one of them went to, like, touch the other's shoulder, and, like, she ripped away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's because they do care for each other. They just don't want to show it.
Fuck them.
And then I
Except
want Marrow
Marrow.
to
Yeah.
just be a good boy.
Yeah.
And
Mara was so upset he couldn't find the people, even though they were just on the other side of the whale.
Yeah, he didn't really look that hard.
Well,
No.
Wahala. Yeah, really didn't. He just climbed up a little thing, went.
Oh,
they're
they must
not
be
here.
dead.
Okay.
Why would you assume that they were dead though?
exploded.
Why
What?
would you? Why
'Cause
would
they
you
were
not?
inside the
Sorry.
whale where
Why
the
would you not
explosion came
assume?
from.
Why would you not assume that they're just dead?
Yeah, true.
Like
Yeah.
I would have
That's
in
right,
that
yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, "Wow, that
Wow.
was where they
Oh,
were, and now
wow.
it is
See them in
smithereens."
there.
So,
like, he didn't see them in there, so we
It's
didn't
a
know how
big-ass
close they
whale.
were. Yeah.
Yeah,
which
true.
was
Whenever the
blown
whole
to
thing got-
smithereens.
Yeah.
That is a large area to explode, and explode it did.
They did
Yeah.
explode.
Okay.
Big ass
Bunch of
whale.
Wahale chunks all over the place.
Yeah.
Before we talk about James, we got to talk about Harriet.
She needs to calm
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Because
She
okay,
mad.
so this bitch just saw Ironwood shoot a council member in just cold blood for questioning him. She's seen him just become more and more deranged. And what is her fucking move? To be like, hey, so Winter.
Winter let those children live.
Yeah.
Also, even though he just said he was gonna like use them as hostages,
Yeah.
possibly torture and kill them.
Oh, she doesn't
Like,
give a fuck about
yeah,
that.
she doesn't
was,
give a shit.
She was trying to get Winter fucking shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knew there was a zero chance that he was gonna just. I thought he was gonna like
Yeah.
turn around
And shoot her.
and
Just-
shoot her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like so fucking
Like
terrified.
this is the end.
Or like,
Winter.
like whenever she said it, Ironwood had his hand on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Like my first thought was like, he's about to just break her collarbone.
Right.
Yeah.
Just shatter that shit.
Well,
put her on
she's
the
already in
ground.
that like weird vest
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
because her spine's crippled. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Winter's
Damn.
not in a good place right now.
She needs to
No.
leave.
Yeah, she really need to leave.
which
Fucking-
whenever she saw the Snee Dust Company ships
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like realized that Winter was still alive, which she just assumed it was
Weiss.
Winter.
Yeah.
Sorry, Weiss. But yeah,
It's
kind of like
almost-
her face lit up and it was nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
almost,
then they got shot the fuck down.
Yeah.
Straight up, just
All right.
was like.
So
it's almost like when you're
They're-
part of a corrupt institution, the only way to be moral is to leave it.
They're drone ships, but still,
Almost that way.
like they were going to help. Fuck.
it's almost like the detachment necessary to run a military, let alone a military occupation of a government, requires you to be so far removed from actual civilians and actual lives that, I mean, when you look at it from the perspective of a general, Ironwood makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because Mantle is not a valuable piece to him, and so if he removes that from the board, that's Team Ruby's. That's their treasure piece. So take that off the board. They have to work with you because he's not thinking about it in terms of like, oh, these are actual human people. He's just so far detached and removed from that he's able to operate on such an inhuman level.
Yeah, I think that's also why in the intro they represent him on like a chessboard and all of the pieces on his side are disappearing.
Yeah.
They're not being struck down, they're just like being immolated because he's just fucking given up on everybody that's on his side because they won't form to his will. So if they can't be played like a piece, they might as well dissolve to him. And yeah, shit.
Ooh, does this mean Winter's gonna get put in prison with her dad?
What prison, first of all?
I mean, they gotta have more than just that one.
Man.
That was a small prison for such a big city.
It seemed like
There's
that
just
was
a
their
room.
max. That might have been like a impromptu maximum security kind of thing.
Yeah.
So much for that.
yeah.
Oh, they're gonna put her in a little jail thingy.
No.
See her and Jacques together, and then Robin and Crow are gonna break her out.
Nah.
I want to see.
No.
I want to rock right now.
I want to see Winter and Crow fight together.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Same.
I want to see Winter and Crow against Ironwood.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
How
But
did you escape? The security was maximum.
I don't.
I don't
think that that's a fair. Well,
It's not fair because Crow alone could kick Ironwood's ass.
Yeah.
Do you remember whenever season 1 had just come out and people were shipping Winter and Crow like real hard?
Volume 3.
Volume 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
this
that's when
speaks fucking
both showed
volumes about how actually badass Tyrion
Volume
is.
3 was basically sex.
Yeah.
The fact that we're talking about Crow would be able to whoop the shit out of Ironwood is just like, dude, imagine how fucking ridiculous Tyrion is at this point.
Yeah, I think that's his
Like-
whole deal is that he's just incredibly formidable and like insane.
Yeah.
And easily manipulated.
Tyrion?
Yeah.
I don't think he's manipulated.
I think he just wants
He
to
fully
do the things
knows
that he's
what
doing.
the plan is.
Right.
And he loves it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think he was manipulated anyway. I think he was already
He's
like
just
that, and he was
down.
just like, cool.
Okay, but because he's down, he is manipulated into action.
It's on his own accord.
He doesn't act on his own volition. He acts under like what Salem tells
He's
him
not
to
being
do.
manipulated.
Yes, he is.
Asking someone to do something and them doing it isn't manipulation.
Yes, it is actually.
How is that manipulation?
It's just not.
if
It's
I
just,
say, hey, can you go get me a glass of
you're,
water?
you're just associating manipulation with the negative connotation of manipulating someone to do something that's against their will.
But if I say, hey, could you go get me a glass of water?
Yeah, you're manipulating me. Then you're acting on my person.
There's a very, very
to
loose
influence them.
definition of what we're talking about then. I feel like
I'm not attributing the negative connotation to manipulation. What I'm saying is that he is very easily manipulated because he is so ideologically and conditionally in agreement with Salem's purpose.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But also because he seeks chaos, he is easily manipulated in the context of the conflicts he finds himself in.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So, so if you notice, Oz said something I think it's going to be very important, or Oscar said something that's going to be very important to Emerald when they were walking through the underground homeless shelter. He said, I've seen what you can do, Emerald. However this fight ends, we could really use someone like you. I think that Emerald is going to use her power to trick Ironwood. Like make him think that Penny is like disguised Ruby or somebody as Penny.
Ooh, yeah, that's
That'd
probably
be
right.
cool.
That's probably right. It's either that or they go find the bomb, like in secret, take the bomb and maybe like have her fake the explosion.
It could be both.
I feel like Watts and Cinder are gonna do something with the bomb.
It could be all three.
A smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord.
You got 4 fucking episodes, so
Yeah.
Right, and so much still left to happen.
Yeah, we got like it's gonna be
so
Team
many-
Ruby and Ranger bomb heist.
so much shit to tie up. Oh my
so
god.
There's basically 20 minutes each. There's about an hour 20 left to go, and he said there's 1 hour. So I'm actually going to be on real time fucking Kiefer Sutherland 24 this bitch.
Ooh,
And the
they'll
the
never
bomb
be.
bomb's going to reach 0, whatever that means, at the end of episode 13. And then we're going to have some crazy shenanigans go down last episode. But who knows? I mean, again, did not expect this curveball. So who knows what's going to happen?
I really want to know how long it takes Salem to get to pull herself back together. She's got to be in like atoms.
Yeah, I mean, the most that fucking Hazel
I feel like
said
he
was
couldn't
a
do
couple,
anything compared to what.
right, exactly, was a few hours.
Yeah.
So I'm still leaning on she's going to show up in the post credits. We're gonna see like her hand or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the question: does she regenerate where she last was,
That was going to be my next question.
or will she like show back up at the Grim Pool or something?
Ooh, see, I think it'd be cooler if she
Interesting.
showed back up the Grim Pool.
I think it would be
That's where
too.
my brain was headed.
I think
towards
it would be 2. Like last thing you see, like
Yeah,
you just
you
see
just
just
see-
a hand just reach out. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I think we've pretty much covered all the things on this. Yeah, who do we think gets the killing blow on James? I'm saying Crow is my
Crow, yeah.
bet.
It's either Crow or Winter.
Yeah,
Winter would be an okay one as well. I'd be okay with that.
yeah.
all of the Aesops.
And then
same time.
she's gonna cry.
Nah, Harriet's
I don't
damn.
think
The only Aesop who's redeemable
Marrow.
is Marrow. Yeah,
What
I
a
feel
good
like
boy.
Vine.
I
What a
feel like
good
the
boy.
okay.
I feel like they will follow in suit.
I feel like Vine and Elm don't deserve redemption, but they don't deserve like punishment. I want Harriet to suffer.
Alongside Ironwood.
I mean, no, before. I
Do you think she's gonna-
I want Ruby to beat the shit out of her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Harriet was just so like, fuck, what's
They've
the
set
word?
up their rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just so upset that Ruby was fast.
And in a completely different fucking way too.
Right, in a
Yeah.
cooler way.
In a cooler way. She was like, yeah, whatever, you're just a fucking
But who's
kid. Like,
faster?
Ruby.
I would think that Harriet would be actually like
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah, if she cheats, she's got a mechanical suit on. That helps.
I think that
Take that off. What is she?
we will see Harriet defeated, if not destroyed, in this season.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what if she's
Billionaire
the one that gets
genius,
paralyzed?
playboy philanthropist.
I don't
had
think-
to do it. I couldn't.
I don't think that she is.
Integral enough to the plot to warrant being paralyzed.
Yeah,
Who's getting
honestly, that.
I said
but
Harriet,
also,
'cause she
Do
got
not
the-
paralyze
she
her.
has
That is
the-
the worst thing in
She
the world.
got the leg
Do it then.
things.
but okay, but
Her legs are too good not to
the
walk.
thing is, what I see in Harriet is just a. It doesn't seem like she is. She's a follower in all aspects.
Yeah.
She is completely complicit, and she is fine with everything that Ironwood is doing, just because it's like the nascent ideology of her life.
Right.
She's a grunt. It's all she like. It's like she thinks Ironwood's way is the only way.
Yeah, she's like a black shirt. She's a ground.
She's being manipulated.
She is, but also
Of her own accord.
of her own accord.
Yeah.
But she also, I don't think,
Manipulation generally means to just like influence.
Yeah.
yeah, like you can manipulate an object on a desk. It doesn't mean it was against its will.
As none. Stupid object.
Just an object. Anyway, speaking of just objects, Harriet is just
Wow.
she only exists to exemplify how not observing the like background radiation of like ideological concepts that you're being fed where it gets you. And in her case, it makes her fucking abetting a fascist military, like while it fucking puts
Rips
people's
everything
lives in
apart,
danger
yeah.
and like shoots kids and stuff.
So my last question, and this is just general perception or whatever. But did anyone feel like, if you could even call it a turn in this episode, that James was out of nowhere or unpredicted, or did you see this coming?
Oh,
It's been working its way towards.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
been a like a 2-season train of
Yeah.
like building him to be like less trustworthy, and then just straight up going off the rails.
His-
I didn't know
his-
what he was going to do. Like, I didn't anticipate him.
Half a table breaking.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, just being like, okay, so you either help me or I'm destroying Mantle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's gone full
But I'm going to
supervillain.
destroy Mantle anyway.
I have noticed his
Yeah.
pupils are getting smaller and smaller as time goes on. He's
We haven't seen him from this angle with the fisheye lens yet, so I'm not quite sure.
Right. So I do love how, like, of course they had to make it all dramatic and stuff. But when you like did remove from it for a second, you'd be like,
tantrum.
that speech, that there's so much for that lighting setup.
Yeah. Right. Like yeah. That
Oh
was
my
first
God.
thought, like, Ironwood, are you like trying to look like a bad guy? What are you doing?
He took like a solid 5 minutes. Was like, okay, so we want this
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Like no, turn all this off. I just want this one light.
Right.
Right here. Right looking down upon me.
Yeah, I don't
But-
put the camera on the floor so I look huge and imposing.
But yeah, I think it's entirely consistent with what he said to, because that's the moment that he went off the edge. He's just been tumbling. Whenever he was fighting Watts, and he pulled his arm out, and he's holding Watts up, and he tells Watts, "I will sacrifice whatever it takes to stop her." He's like, "I hope you do, James." And like this is all consistent of him being willing to fucking
Sacrifice it all.
to shoot Oscar, to shoot the council members, to just abandon Mantle, and now to be like, okay, well, if you guys really care about that's cracked me up. Like, this has always been about Mantle. Like, yeah, they fucking told you that from day one, dude.
Yeah. Like, it's literally been a day
Yeah.
since they told you that. Like, what do you mean?
But yeah,
I think that line was more to look at it as Ironwood has not looked at Mantle as an opportunity, more of just a burden. And
Yeah.
That's the reason he said it's always been about Mantle. Like, this is how I do this.
Yeah.
It's not like
no,
he's like, oh yeah.
because he said they're trying to save Mantle. This has always been about
I
Mantle.
feel like that was all like a moment of epiphany. Moreover,
yeah, but it was.
It's still a dumb.
It's still a dumb, right? Because and if he could think beyond his own strategy and think of like, oh, like people don't just walk away from war when they lose because their pieces got knocked off the board. No, they try to like mount revenge and insurrections and stuff. Like humans aren't fucking pieces on your fucking chessboard, James. But that's how he sees it. So he's like, "Oh, this is all of this has been about Mantle. Like this they've always been trying to save Mantle." So that since he didn't have Yang, Ren, and Jean anymore to use as leverage, the only thing he had left to use as leverage against Penny was Mantle.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, it's gonna be a
Gosh golly.
gosh golly, it's gonna be a hard fucking crazy
Days, night.
fucking last few weeks on this. Fucking it is like Beacon again, Penny, because the fucking end of this season is gonna be nuts. But we'll be here, and we'll be here with our fucking T Public merch. Got my Fandom Nonsense baseball tee on here. No one else is wearing anything. I thought you were gonna put on a shirt.
Yeah, I
Aaron.
thought about it.
Anyway,
And decided against it?
No, I just didn't do it.
link in the doobly doo, and patreon.com/indie carnival.
That's the same
like
thing.
us
Yeah.
on like this video, subscribe here on YouTube, or follow us if you're watching on Twitch.
Bye, guys.
Right. Patreon.com/IndieCarnival. Check us out on TeePublic. Follow us here on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, subscribe on there.
And follow on Twitch. Do both.
Yeah.
Do both. Don't just settle for one.
Yeah,
You're
do
better
both.
than that.
Do both. Go back and forth. And we will be back next week. Oh, and here in about
30 minutes.
30 minutes, want to say
45, maybe.
Okay.
Depends
At-
on my mood. I'm feeling frisky.
At midnight Central Standard Time, we will be streaming some Jackbox. So if you guys want to join us for that, come hang out.
Did you forget? You forgot, didn't you?
forgot.
Look at you.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. All
See
right.
y'all next week. Bye.